Okay, I don't know if anybody out there remembers the story about our buddy Fred. I think he had a 67 Mustang, and he was like this guy that was petrified and worried that if he restores his car that it's going to rot and rust out. So we did talk to Fred, and it's been 2.5 years later and he finally called me back. So it doesn't sound like he got too far on his car in 2.5 years. We're going to call Fred because we're actually going over to his house to look at his car in person to see exactly what's going on with Fred and this car, that if he restores it, it might rust and rot down to nothing. You see what I'm saying, Minnie? Does that make any sense? Minnie, the body shop girl.
You said I wasn't in this video, so I'm sitting here being not in the video.
Okay, but you got kind of ticked off at me when I turned the camera on. I just asked. So what do you think? Do you think that sounds a little absurd?
I'm not in this video.
Okay, I'm asking you again. Do you think this sounds a little ridiculous here?
I've told you that already.
What? What'd you tell me? Okay. Let's give Fred a call and see what he says, because we're going to head over there, and I don't want to go over there because he lives all the way in Arlington. So we're going to be hitting some estate sales. If Minnie, the body shop girl, can get her phone out and find some over in Arlington way, we can hit them. Minnie.
I'm not in this video.
Hello? Okay, this is not dialing. Okay, hold on now. He's trying to... Okay. Hello? Hello? Okay, we got a problem here. Alright. Okay. We're going to go ahead and try to call him back. My phone's messing up. So, we'll call him back.
Can you say user error? Oh, I'm not in this
it's
video.
Not... Okay, here we go. Okay. So, let's talk to Fred and see what's up here with Fred.
Hello?
Yeah, what's up, Fred?
Hey, Pete. How's it going?
I can barely hear you. Hello? Are you there?
You gonna be going over?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, we're going to head over there. We're going to head your way, so when we get close to Arlington, I'll give you a holler and let you know. How's your car looking?
Oh, it's okay. Looks good.
Yeah.
We got the shop all cleaned up for you.
Okay. All right, we'll be over there in a little while. We're heading your way. You know, we are all the way out here in Louisville.
Yeah, no, I came up there one time, remember?
Yeah, I remember very well. So we'll see you.
Damn full road.
Yeah.
Let me, you get on 360, let me know there, then I can
Okay.
get, kind of narrow you down.
Okay, we'll probably be scooting up 121 and around, so we'll be heading your way, okay, buddy?
Okay.
All right, we'll see you later, Fred. Okay, so if nobody remembers Fred and his Mustang, go back into my videos on SWRNC, that's YouTube channel SWRNC, and take a good look at what's going on here. I believe Fred's been working on this car for like 25 years, 30 years. Don't you think he should have it running by now? Huh? Manny? Don't you think so? Huh?
I thought I wasn't in this video.
Okay, come on. Do you think he should have had it running by now after 30 years of restoring it? Yes or no?
Yes. That's a yes.
Okay, so he came over here 2.5 years ago. Now he calls me 2.5 years later and he says, I need you to come look at my car. What can I do about this problem I'm having? And I said, look, why don't I come look at your car instead, okay?
Okay, that's what you just said.
So we're heading over to Fred's. We're going to hit a couple flea markets on the way there. I mean, estate sales. And if they let us go in the estate sales with the camera, we'll be sure to take it with us.
That.
I can do that if I want, if they let me. You don't have to be with me. watch that video, Fred?
Yeah. I remember. Did I remember because I saw it, or remember because I was there?
So we're over here at Fred's house, and we're looking at his Mustang, and he claims he's been working on this thing for like 39 years or something. Let's go ahead and get with Fred and see where he's at, because we came all the way out here to look at this car that's supposed to be a restoration that he's afraid that it's going to rust and rot and fall apart. How you doing, bud? What's your name?
Julius.
Okay, what grade are you, buddy?
Second. I'm about to go to the third.
You're pretty tall for a third grader.
Thank you.
You're gonna be a basketball player, or
Yes.
how tall are you?
I'm 4'9".
5 feet, almost. Wow, that's pretty tall, bud.
Yeah, I had to think about that myself for a while.
So you're gonna be a basketball player? Is that your sport or what?
He is
Yeah.
a basketball player.
I'm thinking about running track too.
Running track? That's a
Yeah.
good idea. How about cross country?
Not
I'm gonna put the
really.
camera way down here because you're so tall. We gotta show people how tall you really are. I see. Now you can look down at the camera.
Yeah, you're making a day on that, bud.
So you're gonna be a cross country runner? I was cross country.
I might do that.
How
maybe.
tall you think you're gonna be? I'm 6'5". You think you'd be taller than me?
I might be about 6'8", maybe.
6'8". Well,
Yeah.
you sure are sure of yourself, aren't you?
Yeah.
Is your dad tall? Mom?
My dad, he's 5 foot.
Grandpa?
My grandpa, he's 6'1". My uncle is 6'1". My dad is 5'9". And my mom, I think, is
You're pretty smart, buddy.
5'3".
yeah 5'3".
So we're looking at Grandpa's car here, and how old are you?
I'm about to turn 10 in September.
He's
the
had this
30th.
car longer than you've been alive. You've been watching this thing ever since you were born, haven't you?
Yeah.
And you aren't helping him. Or he doesn't want you to help.
Well, not really want to help.
You don't want him. I can understand that. Okay, who is this over here? How you doing?
Hi.
This is Donna, which is
I'm Fred's wife.
Fred's wife. What are you thinking about this car, Donna?
Well,
Came over to my shop
I was with him when we originally bought it. We had just gotten married, and
How long ago was that?
we were married in '71, and he bought it when 78.
In 1970. So he's had this car going on 40 years.
Yeah,
Is that 40 years almost?
almost.
And it's not even running.
Nope.
Do you think he just wants to be like this so he can have something to do, or?
Well, it's been his baby all his life. In fact, it usually took priority over me a lot of times.
Uh-oh.
And now I just told him, I says, you've got your Mustang. That's fine. You play with it.
Yeah.
Leave me alone to do what I want to do. And it's just been
So he should work on it every day, or?
He does now. Yeah, there was times when we just didn't have the money when the kids were little. And then he's had a lot of medical issues, and
Yeah,
we
well,
pray
he came over my shop and he was petrified that his car was going to rust apart.
I know. I just told him, I says, put the damn thing together and let's have some fun with it. That's all I keep telling him.
He's missing out on a lot of car shows, ain't
He is. He is. And I mean, people aren't going to look for the perfections or anything. It's a 67 Mustang. People just love it.
Exactly,
You
that's
know?
right.
I
That's
mean,
right.
he could put it together right now and not even paint it and take it there, and I think it would
Probably.
be, people would just go crazy over
Yeah,
it.
because that's what's in style anyway, right?
Yeah, yeah.
All right,
So
thank
hopefully
you.
you're welcome.
Okay, hopefully
Nice
you'll be.
meeting
Hopefully you'll get to drive it sometime in your lifetime.
I hope so. I used to drive it.
Or it actually ran.
Oh
the road.
yeah. We drove it for several years,
Oh wow.
and then he decided he was going to redo it. That was when all hell broke loose.
All right, let me get with Fred here. and see
Okay.
what-
All right.
Okay, Fred. So you got me over here looking at more pictures, bud, and we've already seen like a million pictures of your car. Okay, so what do we got here? This is the rear torque box. It says here, I believe there was something welded on the torque box itself. What are you talking about there, Fred?
It
What's?
looked like you had like ladder bars or something on there.
Okay, so we don't really know what happened there. You just speculating something was going on. Then we come down to this picture, and I guess that's the same thing as this, right? We can flip the picture over here like that. And now this is where you put this plate steel in or whatever you did there to make it look better. Am I right? I mean, what's going on here, Fred? Did you make this piece?
Yeah, yeah.
So you made this piece here out of plate steel and welded it in there after you took out this piece right here. Does that make sense to you guys?
Yes.
I took his metal and I cut it down this way.
Okay, what metal are we talking about here? You
This
took
right
a piece
here.
of the square tubing.
Right, square tubing. and you can see that's this.
Okay.
Brown.
So you actually made your own piece of square tubing angle iron to go inside the.
Right. Like that. And then cut out where the bolt goes through for the island for the
Right.
rear spring.
And then what's going on here? Is that plate steel or something you
Yeah,
going?
that's a 1/4 inch plate steel.
Okay, and then we're looking at your roof liner right here. So we got your roof going here. We flip it over here. Now we got your rotisserie. You decided, well, you know what? I'm going this far. I better get a rotisserie.
Yeah.
It's going to take me more than a year or two to do this. We better get it up in the air and off the
I thought
ground.
it would speed me up a little bit.
Yeah.
Which it did. But,
Then we got, what do we got here? This is the back of the car, I guess. You're replacing your tail panel.
That's the
That's the tail light
We
panel.
saw that picture already.
Oh, did we already see that one? Oh, so now we're going back in time.
Yeah.
Oh, we've already looked at all these ones. Okay, so that's basically the last picture we got. It's about right in this area here.
Here's a picture. I used to work for O'Gara Hessen Heisenhardt back years ago.
I don't know who that is, Fred.
They're in Sharonville, Ohio. They make the armor-plated limousines for the presidents.
So you used to do that for a living.
Yeah.
That was your angle in life,
Nope.
protecting the president.
That was a job. That was a job between jobs.
Huh, okay. Okay, but right now, Fred, we're here talking about Mustangs. Am I right, guy?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What's your next trip, bud? What's going on, Fred? What do you want to do to your car? Hold on a minute. What is this right here? Is this a car that you restored?
Painted, yeah.
So this is a car that you actually painted. I see rust in here, Fred.
Yeah.
Is that rust I'm looking at?
That's a hole.
So you actually painted a car that had rust on it, and you kept going with it.
Yeah, but I filled the hole up with nothing
Huh.
but metal.
So you actually painted a car that had some rust on it, and you drove the car and finished it, I presume. Am I right?
Yeah.
But you're worried about this car being restored and possibly rusting out on you when you get it all done and drive it.
Well, I know I didn't do that. I was always worried about his little pop-up. I put a whole new paint job on it and started popping out little bleed and stuff like
Well, I don't really think that's going to happen, Fred. All right, I think your wife here wants you to get your car done.
Yeah.
Definitely.
When, Fred? That's the question. When?
Probably when I get some help.
There you go, right there.
I'm just worried about what color he's gonna paint it.
See, the first Mustang I had was red with black interior.
Right?
Okay. I only drove this for 2 weeks back in 1978.
Okay, I thought.
2 weeks, it was a lot longer than that, Fred.
Felt like it was only 2 weeks anyway.
We had it for quite a while. We drove it.
How long you think?
I thought a couple of years, yeah.
Huh.
I did not drive for a couple of years. I had it for like probably the max was 2 months. Took it out the turtles, took it apart, sandblasted it, painted it, and then brought it back home.
I don't remember that. I remember driving it a lot.
I don't think I was even born. I'm not sure.
Somewhere. You don't know where to point that thing, do you?
Well, I'm trying to.
Maybe we
get
should all
it.
stand in a row so you can get you.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. All right, Fred, show us something that you don't like on your car here, bud. What's going on?
Okay, let me see.
On the back and the front, what are we looking at? I see blue tape over here. What's going on?
The blue tape.
Yeah, what's going on with the blue tape
I'm
here,
trying
bud?
to keep the sand and paint and stuff out of it inside.
Okay, so you don't even want dust to get in your holes.
That's right.
Wow.
Because dust collects moisture.
Okay, what's going to happen when he gets it all together? Is he even going to drive it?
Well, if he don't, I will.
Dirt and dust might get inside it.
I don't care. We're gonna rev that baby up and go.
This thing, I'm sorry to tell you, Fred, but you might get dirt inside that hole when you put it down on the ground, and
Yeah, it's already dust right here.
That's what I'm saying, Fred. Why are you covering? Look, bud.
Yeah.
That's another thing. I sandblasted it, and I used that play sand, and I sifted it out. And apparently there's some salt in that sand.
Okay, so now he's worried that the sand is going to actually rust his car from sandblasting because it has salt mixed in with it. Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah, but the salt
Have you ever heard of that? Play sand has
keep
salt
it from
in it?
freezing.
Yeah, there you go.
It'll keep it from freezing, Fred.
Everybody always makes fun of me. I don't know what the hell it is.
Okay, Fred, where's your problems at? I don't see any problems on your car, dude. I see where you welded something right here and you need to DA sand that down and possibly repaint it. I mean, what else, dude?
No, I had the wrong color paint.
Okay, that's kind of what I told you on the phone, didn't I?
Yeah, but I didn't
Didn't I
believe
say that though, Fred?
I remember thinking.
Because
it was
I remember
gloss black.
the last conversation we had, you weren't believing anything I was saying last time.
Well, I figured you couldn't help me out anyway because you
I
were
think
too busy.
I never thought I'd hear from you again because I thought I insulted you. Because you were over there telling me how your car was going to rust out and you're afraid that when you get it all together it's going to rot and rust, and I was trying to tell you that it's not. And you know, then you acted like, well, this guy isn't agreeing with me, so I'm kind of insulted because he's a professional and he's not agreeing with me.
Professional? Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. He's a professional.
No, I'm saying I'm the professional. He came to my shop asking me, and I give him straight and square advice. And then he's like, you know, upset because I tell him, but
he gets upset when I tell him how to flip an egg.
Wow. So what do you want to do to this thing, Fred? Tell me what you want to do.
I want to get it where when I take it somewhere, people look at it.
Yeah. Now, what's the situation up here, bud? You were saying something about what?
Okay, well, I was sandblasting it here in certain areas and stuff, you know, and I thought I didn't know if I wanted to re-sandblast the whole thing again, or just go ahead and scuff it up, or what to do. That's the problem I got. I don't really know exactly what to do next.
Okay, I would sandblast that, and I would get me some acrylic, some of that heavy-duty acrylic enamel, or possibly the 409, the Pour 15 you got here, and I'd go ahead and spray that and be done with it, Fred. Looks like you're doing a pretty good job to me.
Yeah, but you can't.
You can't. Okay, how old are you, Fred?
65.
There you go. We're not getting any younger, bud. What did you tell me yesterday? You said you better move to Moab, because if you don't move there soon, you're never going to be able to move there.
That's right.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you the same thing about your Mustang. You better get on the stick here and get it done, bud. Because besides painting this thing, you got a lot of mechanic work to do to it, buddy. If this was my car, being the bottom of the car, and you're never going to sell it, I would clean this up. I would scuff it down real good. I would get some paint on that, and I'd be done with it, dude. Let's ask Minnie her opinion on that angle. Okay, Fred?
Okay, sir.
Paint it and be done with it.
Okay, because see, Fred is...
Put the wheels on it so you can put it on the ground and then start building it.
Sounds good to me. Paint it and be done with it. Let's do it.
What about like the seats and the engines and the
That's where you come in. See, you can help. Then you're at the mercy of saying, "Hey, pops, I can help you now."
Yes, sir.
Right?
Gotta put
Okay, Fred.
But if I put 415 in the engine compartment, when you open up the hood, you'll get sunlight on it, won't you?
So what does that have to do with anything, Fred?
Well, it deteriorates.
Okay, hold on. You're telling me. Hold on a minute. Okay, so you're telling me that putting Pour 15 on the engine compartment can ruin the engine compartment. That's what you're saying.
No, it'll dull. The sunlight will dull it.
I mean, what's wrong with the paint that's on there? It looks pretty good to me, but look how shiny it is. I don't see why you can't just clean that up and use that.
That's the Imron.
Well, why don't you just keep that on there? Why do you want to paint over it, Fred? Why?
Well, because there's parts that are still...
Okay, then go back, and you know what's going to happen when you put a bolt on there? It's going to chip off. Get yourself a quart of acrylic enamel, brush some paint on there, put your stuff back together, and go down the road, Fred.
Well, that's what I kind of figured to doing.
Okay. Get it painted on the bottom, get your suspension on it, put your brake lines, fuel lines, and everything else on it, and put it on the ground, Fred. Be done with it, dude. Am I right?
You're right.
Okay.
My mother is in her 80s, and she's had a lot of medical issues, and she says, Fred, I'm staying alive until I see that Mustang pull into my driveway.
Okay, Fred, we're going to cut this short because I'm going to tell you right now, dude, your car looks really nice. You're doing a great job on it.
You are really.
Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, you need to repaint. Okay, you need to repaint this or do whatever you got to do to get the front end done. And I would leave the engine compartment alone. It already looks nice, dude. Okay, look how nice that looks in there. There's no way you can tell me that needs to be repainted. All right, there is no way.
Where's the
You know, get some 409 and some paper towels, clean it up, put your motor and tranny back in, and go down the road. Okay?
Okay, sir.
What are you thinking, buddy?
I think I'm thinking good.
Think you need to get your motor back in there, put all your suspension back on, get it down on the ground, do your body work, and paint it.
Sounds good to me. First big trip is to Cincinnati to my mother.
I don't think it's going to happen.
I know.
It's not going to happen.
It will. Let's
Won't
be
happen.
positive.
Fred's
Yeah.
not going to get it done.
Better.
He's not going to get it done.
I don't have too much more to say. I think I said it all.
Yeah, that's
I want that
good.
car done and on the road.
Yeah.
I want to have some fun. I want to get
We
memories.
got Cruising the Coast. We got Barrett Jackson auctions. We got Las Vegas to go.
Yeah.
It looks nice.
We got places to travel to and be there and be square
When
and
I-
have fun and
when
listen
I
to
get about-
50s music.
When I get
And-
about 20 years old,
Yeah, see, he's already
thing-
making plans.
this
That's
thing-
his car.
this
Yeah,
thing-
that's what
Fred.
everybody's claimed it.
Yes,
Better get on it before somebody else gets it from you, buddy.
Oh, trying to get it.
Take it easy, Fred. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Pete.
All right. I don't know what to tell you, dude. I've told you everything I can tell you. Your car looks beautiful, dude. It looks beautiful. So as we look and see, I mean, Fred has done an immaculate job. Look at the floor in this thing, how he has literally taken it to the extreme of not just painting it, but meticulously painting it. Now, did he add seam sealer? Yes, he did. He tried to make it look and manipulate to the factory specs of seam sealer that you can. He went ahead and replaced his seat pans as well. I'm sure the floor is all replaced. Every weld is meticulously done properly, and Fred is doing a beautiful job to it. The problem that we have is Fred isn't really in a hurry to get this done, even though his family wants him to. He's not going to. So my speculation is Fred is going to have to make his mind up whether he wants his car done or he just wants it as a little toy to tinker toy with and say, wowie wow, I got a garage with a car in it. That is my tinker toy shop. And there's nothing else I can say to that. Take it easy. Okay, we're still over here at Fred's. It's like another 45 minutes later and I was going to go home. But, you know, Fred's keeping me here and he keeps asking me, what do I do next? What do I want to do? Should I do this? Should I do that? I keep telling him, get the suspension in the car. You know, paint the underneath, get her done, get it on the ground. Isn't that what I've been telling him?
Yes, but what I think for some spots, maybe you should like smooth, like.
But you don't understand, buddy. Listen to me. This is going to be painted. Leave it alone. Okay, he needs to work on the front up here, see? You see what I'm saying, partner? He needs to work on this. He needs to get that painted, get the suspension in it, get the rear end in it. He needs to get it on the ground. 4 wheels, Fred. That way it's done. You've had this car for 40 years, bud. When? You want to ask me one more time? Go ahead. Ask me.
Whoa! Get carried away.
Go ahead, ask me, Fred.
What should I ask you?
I don't know. Ask me something.
Okay, I just wanted to know. Like I said, don't put primer in there because it's going to primer the whole car.
Exactly.
So I need to go ahead and start putting Bondo here.
I wouldn't do nothing there, Fred.
Huh?
I would work on the bottom of the car, get the suspension on it, like I'm telling you, get the motor and transmission. I wouldn't do nothing on the body. Nothing. No body work.
Okay.
Once you get it on the ground, it's on 4 wheels. You got a steering column in it. You got everything going. Then you do the body work and you get her done.
Okay.
Okay? Mechanic work first, body work second. That's all I can tell you, Fred. That's it, dude. It's a done deal. Alright, take some cheap primer and spray paint that with some cheap lacquer primer so you don't get, you know, little rust stains from touching it, and be done with it until you're ready to paint it, dude.
Okay, I can do that, yeah.
And don't be afraid of touching the floor. It looks beautiful and it's nice, but guess what? It's all going to be covered up. You'll never see it, Fred.
Well, I gotta repaint that. The dull part.
You're going to repaint the floor?
The spots on it, yeah.
On the bottom?
Yeah.
Okay, well, repaint it and then go down the road, Fred.
Okay, there.
Okay. We gotta go, buddy. I think you ought to put Fred on the garden work and you come in here and finish the car.
That I could probably do a better job.
I'm telling you, this is crazy.
Yeah.
It's
hey,
crazy.
throw some paint on there,
I just can't believe this. I
put some
mean,
blankets over the seats and throw them in there.
I'm telling you, I just can't believe it. It's just, it's amazing. It's a shockable, amazing situation that he's had this car for 40 years. And, I mean...
I know. You can't say nothing I haven't told
I am using
myself.
alcohol now.
Okay, hold on. What's this, Fred? What are you doing with this?
This is my vacuum cleaner cart.
For what?
For vacuuming the sand out and stuff.
He doesn't want to finish it.
I
You
know.
want me to tell you why? He's had it for 40 years, and if he finishes his car, he ain't gonna have nothing else to work on.
Oh, he's got plenty to work on. He's got a
But he
truck.
doesn't have a hot rod to work on.
That's true.
Okay?
I would let him get another hot rod if that was the case. I would let him get another hot rod if that was the case.
Did you hear that, Fred?
Wow.
Did you hear that? Get the car done, dude. We gotta go, Fred. I can't talk no more, bud. We're going in circles now.
I trade right now for 56.
Okay, we're going in circles. You wouldn't trade this car. You already told me you're gonna die with this car.
Yeah, this is true.
Okay.
And if he wants a hot rod, my car or my choice is a Lamborghini.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, you get a job to pay for that. We'll all be
That's
driving
right.
around in it.
That's right.
I'm gonna
All
get it.
Okay, thanks a lot, Pete.
Okay. Okay, Fred. All right, Fred. Good luck and
Well, you did give
See
me
y'all later.
direction on it. I'll work on that.
I doubt it. I really seriously doubt it, Fred. We gotta go, bud.
Don't doubt me. I sometimes listen to people.
Okay, Fred, I've already told. Okay, Donna,
I'm telling him, say goodbye, Fred.
we gotta go.
Bye, Fred.
Goodbye, Fred.
Bye, Fred.
Goodbye.